Family, we got a gym today. It's 4:34 in the morning. I came across this story, being sleepless, so we're going to review it. The tea plug, and then we're going to get into exotic tea blog. It has gotten sticky. Sticky. Karma spend so fast. This is why I would always tell y'all, treat people right. Check on people. Let people know you love them and all that good stuff, because, listen, things can change at the drop of a dime. Knock on wood. Anyway, I'm done yapping. This lady did something really different to her daughter. But this is the same. Remember I told you guys a few videos ago, I wouldn't be surprised if this woman had that connection with the guy that was locked up with Tory. She tried to Britney Spears her daughter on some Baker Act conservativeship type stuff. Let's get to it. Shout out to the T Plug. Let's check it out. They said that Roc Nation CEO arrested for RICO. Let's get it.
Desiree Perez. Now, it is being reported that while she is being accused by her own daughter of using power and money to throw her in, facilities, really. And, according to the daughter, she is saying that, well, even though she was found clean, Desiree was out there making allegations of her using substances and, her husband basically having DV actions towards her. Meanwhile, Desiree was doing all of this allegedly to just try and, punish the husband, because the daughter was actually refusing to leave her husband. And honestly speaking, this does sound familiar when the daughter is actually talking about it and how much, powerful the mother is and how much she uses tactics and stuff like that. To me, that sounds very on brand. When it comes to this lady, could this be the Tory Lanez karma that is now coming for this lady? Because it seems like everything, just like Kate Williams says, everything is coming to light and everybody is getting exposed left, right, and center.
I told y'all, I've said it so many times during this past 2 weeks. This dude beat the game, but he rejected this label. I wasn't tripping, y'all. I was not tripping. It's so many things that's going on in this situation. And it took Tory, an independent artist, to bust it wide open. Pause. Now, there's a body cam video of Desiree Perez's daughter, and I saw it like a year ago, but that's the last thing I would have thought, is that it was her. When you watch the video, especially not knowing who's the mother of this woman, it was eerie. It was the most eeriest thing ever to be misled to a meetup. And then after you meet up, it's a bunch of strangers hopping out telling you have to go somewhere because somebody else said something.
And these are the people that certain celebrities have been calling out, but because people just, I don't know, for some reason people are just mesmerized by Jay-Z to the extent that as long as anything has him involved, or as long as somebody is affiliated with him, people will just eat up any and everything that those people say. But anyway, let me just insert the audio, you guys, so that you can hear for yourself the story as told by the daughter. Now I'm just thinking, if Tory really did refuse to sign to Fraudulent Nation, imagine what they're capable of doing to him.
She spent nearly 2 weeks in mental health institutions for no legitimate reason.
She claims in a recently filed lawsuit that it was orchestrated by her own mother and others who should have protected her failed her.
It's her own mother who's behind it. In this lawsuit, she claims her mother, Desiree Perez, used unlawful means to have Demore falsely detained under Florida's Baker Act and Marchman Act.
So she's the CEO of Rock Nation, a company that she owns along with Sean Carter, the famous rapper Jay-Z.
The complaint alleges a conspiracy, saying Perez used her money, power, and influence to tear apart Demore and her husband, Javon Hadley, and created an enterprise of individuals to effectuate her.
This Baker Act, you guys, I'm not going to say too much, but I'm really not rocking with it because of people like Perez. This woman is the same lady that took down a whole group of people that would move things around the country and stuff. The C word ends with EL. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do a deep dive tomorrow, or I'll have a video later on about it. We're going to just go deeper into it and get more details. If a person can do this to their daughter, imagine what she could do to somebody she doesn't like because they rejected her business opportunity. And with them rejecting the business opportunity, you can say it messed up some money. This woman should have no credibility. She's a federal informant. She used to play with bricks. She was the brick lady. Let's be real. Why does nobody look at Jay-Z sideways for being in cahoots with the federal informant? Shout out to Meg. Shout out to all of them over there. Because if this situation wouldn't have happened, this thing would still be going on probably. As far as these groups of people being able to throw their weight, money, and influence around. Anyway, next clip. The Foot. Tory Lanez team drops never seen footage of The Foot. Let's get to it.
So 36 hours later, Tory Lanez team keeps exposing Megan Thee Stallion, and they keep putting out clips we have never seen. Okay, there's a new video circulating the internet where Megan Thee Stallion is telling a whole different story from what we've heard. Okay, this was an interview she did, and she was trying to say that Tory Lanez and Kelsey was still in the car and she was outside for Tory Lanez showed her. Let's just quickly get into this video and I'll get y'all the end real quick.
It's like he was standing on the thing that you could stand on,
like a step rail or something of the car, because it was an SUV that the car you guys were in, right? So as the door is open, and he's
like he has to have like 1 foot inside of the car, and he's like shooting over the door.
And he's leaning over, and then when he's shooting over the door, you have a clear line of sight, and you see it's Tory, and he's holding the gun shooting. Okay, you actually saw him holding the gun. Was anybody else standing next to him, or how was his positioning?
So it's the security guard driving, me and the passenger. Kelsey is behind me, and Tory is behind the driver. Okay. So, like, he had to get over her to even shoot at me.
So is he out of the vehicle, or is it from inside?
So you know how you can like stand out of the car, like you're like standing over the door. That's how he was shooting.
Like the door's open.
Yes.
And then he would be standing in the threshold, kind of almost.
But like over the window.
Okay, but leaning over the window. So he's actually still
in the car.
But kind of. Gotcha. Okay, so.
Okay, Miss Lani Lipo was doing her big one on that video, and the story was just not making sense. Okay, and in court they said the both of them was outside, but how come on this video Megan Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez and Kelsey was still in the car when she got shot?
Meg is a bothered soul. She looked this man directly in his eyes and lied the same way she did Gayle King. But when that interview happened with Gayle, I told you guys straight up, she's lying. Megan, have you ever been blah, blah, blah with Tory? All the looking around the room. Girl, the person that's interviewing you is right in your face. What are you looking around for? Point blank, period. This is totally out of line. Anyway, let's continue. I ain't about to yap y'all heads off.
Okay, so they needed to clock Megan, and they clocking Megan now because this is just so dumb. And they are clocking another part of this lies. This is a picture of them doing a little thing to Megan Thee Stallion leg, and Megan claimed that she had operation to take out the bullet fragments. But here's the thing: they use tweezers to remove the bullet, allegedly. Okay, so where do they use tweezers to remove bullet fragments? Y'all need to help me, okay? And somebody said this is the surgery. I mean, is this supposed to look like a surgery? Is this supposed to look like a surgery? And I've been telling y'all this: that girl has no fucking scar on her foot, okay? She has no scars on her foot. Nicki clocked that T on Bigfoot. How you got shot with no scar? Okay, how you get shot with no scar? That's crazy work. They need to cancel Megan Thee Stallion, boycott her. Her career should go down the drain so fast, super fast. Okay, no sympathy flow can help you this time around. No cry, no laugh can help you this time around. The only thing you know how to do is twerk, and twerking is not going to save you because that career is still on the toilets. No shade, let's clock it. Okay, I'm over the seahorse and her sympathy fro. She lies a lot and she needs to be exposed for the serpent she is. No shade, she needs to be exposed. I love the fact that newer evidence is coming out though. Anyway, y'all, I would always go back to this Nicki Minaj tweet she put out when Megan was trying to do her big one with that song His. Nicki Minaj was exposing Megan, and she said everything on Bigfoot, and Megan Thee Stallion did not come out to debunk, although the fans were saying, oh, Megan Thee Stallion was, Nicki Minaj was lying on that. Nicki Minaj was lying. Megan Thee Stallion got shot with cars and stuff like that. Nicki then tweeted, the first time you catch me in a lie, delete all my music. And Nicki been clocking the T for a very long time.
Shout out to Nicki, man. I love me some Nicki. I really do. I love me some Nicki. She's in a male-based field, but she has some of the biggest kahunas. Elephant-sized. This woman stands up against anybody. She doesn't worry about the repercussions. She's about what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Nicki does not play. She wanted Jay. She went at Big Man Meg at that in this tweet, and come on, man, be real. She didn't worry about what they were gonna do if something happened. Was that dumb? No, it was brave. Point blank, period. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, you guys. This situation's getting real sticky. Point blank, period. Let me know where you're tapping in from. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.